Hi, welcome to Management 304. My name is Vest Haras. I'm going to be your instructor this semester. Since this is an online course, I felt it would be appropriate to stick my face here for a few seconds so that you know what I look like, maybe even say hi sometimes when you see me in the city, and so that you have this sense of being present in the course. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what this course is about, how it will go, what to expect, and how to get your A+. Alright, so follow me on this one and let's go. So first, a little bit about my background. I got my PhD in International HR at the University of Calgary. So basically it's cross-cultural psychology, managing people in international context. My education before my PhD was primarily in economics. I got my master's from the University of Texas at Dallas in economics, and before that a bachelor's degree also in economics. Specialization, cross-cultural psychology, cross-cultural teams. I also really like and do some research on effectiveness evaluation of training programs. So companies spend a lot of money on training their employees, including cross-cultural training, but they hardly ever know if it actually worked, how much money they got for each dollar they invested. So I specialize in evaluating effectiveness or utility of those training programs. I have lived, worked, taught at about a dozen countries, and I've traveled to dozens and dozens of countries. Plus I work on a regular basis with people from over 80 countries because of the work that I do, cross-cultural research, X-Culture project, and some other projects. So international business and cross-cultural management, that's what I do, that's what I live effectively. Now, originally I am from Ukraine, and those of you who don't know where Ukraine is, it's right in the heart of Europe. My hometown is right here on this map, and that's where I lived for the first 16 years of my life. At the age of 16, I moved to Germany, and then there were a number of other countries in between before I ended up here. I also lived for a long time in Canada. In fact, I'm a Canadian citizen and consider Canada my home country at this time. And I lived in Texas, obviously, for some time, and now in North Carolina, as well as a bunch of other countries where I've been either because of my work or because of my research. Now, here are pictures of my family, cuties. Just so you know, my wife is a UNCG student, but I didn't take advantage of an UNCG student. We've been married for a long time. She just went back to school. So now a little bit about the course. The course consists of 3 parts. Parts 1 and 2 are based on the textbook and answer 2 fundamental questions. 1, how do you move your business or yourself overseas? So in other words, if you decided to do business internationally, either as a businessman or businesswoman or as an employee, what would it take to go international? The second question is, how would you bring employees from overseas to work for you in the United States? So accordingly, we will cover such topics as international employment law, from what kind of visa you need to go overseas or to bring people from overseas here, to what other regulations and laws apply to people who work cross-border. How would you plan your international workforce? How you would do recruitment and selection internationally? How would you train and develop your personnel in international context? Compensation in international context, as well as performance management and in international context. Some of these things we touched upon in Management 301, but here we will look at them in much more depth. So each of them will have a whole lecture devoted to these topics. Now, part 3 of this course will be probably even more interesting. Here we will talk about hot issues in international business, controversial hot issues. So we will talk about things like job outsourcing, immigration, international differences in decision making, free market versus planned economy. So for example, for this one you will watch a video and you will have to basically learn what are the pros and cons or arguments of people who believe, for example, in free market versus planned economy. the planned economy. Then differences between the rich and poor. Is it good or bad? The world is flat. Is it really or not? So for each of these, you will have a lot of people on this planet who believe A or B. There are many people who believe job outsourcing is bad and killing America. There are many people who love it. There are many people who believe in immigration, many people who hate it. There are, for example, many proponents of free market, and I suspect you probably believe that free market is better. I'm with you on this one. But there are about 3 billion people on this planet who disagree with us, and we need to know why they think that way. Some people believe that it's good to have rich people and poor people. Others believe in equality. And again, it's not even about who is right and who is wrong. It's about that on this planet there are a few billion people who believe A and who believe about the same number of people who believe B. And there is a very good chance some of those people who disagree, who are not from your camp, will be your customers, or will be your suppliers, or will be your employees or employers. And it's important that you know why they think the way they think. And so you will need to know what are their arguments. Now, a little bit about the course format. So there are multiple ways that you can receive information about the course. Obviously, first is the slides, and the slides are deliberately designed to be wordy, to be detailed. If I was trying to sell you something, I would use very simple slides with pictures only, perhaps a few bullet points. Here I designed the slides to be more of class notes, to be files that you can use to review course material and still comprehend it. So something that you can use as almost like a separate source of information. But then on top of that, you have the textbook, as well as video lectures and audio lectures. The text and the slides are for you if you prefer to work with the text format. If you are a visual learner, you have the video lectures. If you are audio learner, you have the audio lectures. So all of those methods or all of those mediums are providing the same information, so choose whichever one you want to work with and work with that one. But I personally would recommend video lectures or possibly audio lectures. The reason for that is that here you will get, well, first of all, you will see me or hear me, and hopefully that will make you feel as if you are taking a real in-class course. But also, it will save you time. When you read the book, you just sit there and do nothing else, and it takes time. And there will be a lot of readings for this course, so I'm not sure how much time you have. But if you listen or watch the video lectures, you can probably do that as you do something else. You can probably do that at your own time, at your convenience. Probably when you commute to work or to school, when you work out in the gym, when you work in the garden. So you can basically do all that without wasting your time on the course. But again, whatever works for you works for me. Your choice. And one thing that I would like to mention, in the video lectures, as a bonus for you actually watching the lectures, I embedded questions that look very much like the questions that will appear on the real exam. So if you watch the video lectures, you will also get some preview of questions that are likely, and some of them will appear on the exam. You also have those questions in the audio version of the slides, of the lectures, but not in the slides. All right? Now, in terms of grades, there are several things that you will be evaluated on. First, 2 tests, 2 exams, simple stuff, all online, multiple choice questions only. For each test, you will have a 4-day window. So you can take the test anytime during those 4 days, and the times are specified in the syllabus. Once you click on the test, once you start the test, you cannot stop. You will have 75 minutes per test, and so time your timing very carefully, because again, once you start, you cannot stop. Each test is worth 35%. Then there are 6 THAs. All of them will comprise the third and last part of the course. So those will be testing your ability to know, or your knowledge of the arguments for and against each of those 6 hot controversial issues in international business. For all of them, pretty much you will have to watch a short video, about 20-minute video, and basically just based on that video presentation, write down the arguments of the supporters and arguments of the opponents of that particular issue. So 5% each of these. On top of that, very much like in Management 301, you have the green question bonuses. So for each lecture in the syllabus, you have about 5 questions or so. If you write down answers to those questions and send them to me, you will get a bonus, which is 0.25 points each lecture. Now, the assignments are already posted on the Blackboard, so if you just go to course documents and go to the green question bonus assignment folder, you will see all of them there. So just post that at your convenience, preferably at the pace of the syllabus or of the course. So each week has one topic, so just post your questions corresponding to that syllabus, to that schedule. And yeah, as long as your answers make good sense, you will get those bonuses. It's optional, you don't have to do it, but if you do it, you can boost your grade. So you can make a total of, I believe, up to 2 points that way. So instead of, for example, 89, you may get 91. And that may be just enough to move you from B+ to A-. Finally, there are bonuses in this course for helping me improve the course. So if you see any typos, any errors, or if you just have suggestions for improving the course, send them my way via email. And as long as it's a good, legitimate suggestion, I will give you 0.1 points for each of those. Up to 1 point total, obviously. And believe me, there are enough errors and misspellings and typos in my slides, in my syllabus. And yeah, if you help me correct those, I will be very happy. You can even help me, improve my accent and pronunciation. As long as you do it, I'm happy to reward you. And some people, by the way, have already received some bonuses for helping me that way. And this is how you get to your A+. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. I would be very happy to talk to you. Send me an email, call me, or even stop by. It would be nice to see you in person. Thank you very much. Welcome to Management 301. Bye.